Hello and welcome to Mining Now. I'm your host, Jared Downey. Joining me is Gowdy Molina. Hello, Gowdy.
Hello and good morning.
Good morning. You and I arrived at the studio the same time a couple days ago, and it was quite a sight to see us slipping and sliding into the Vancouver snow.
I
Vancouver
know.
snow. I'm telling you, it's not, and you call it snow. It's soup. That's what that is. That is soup. That is not snow. I think our guest has more experience with real snow.
Real snow.
Yes, David Wilburn. He's the business development manager of Arc Acid Resistant Concrete. They have a product. I think that it can literally save infrastructure in the mining industry. So very fitting to have on. It's you're going to be seeing this in 2022, but we're actually filming it right to wrap up the year of 2021.
The last one.
Yeah, I think we can agree this has been another crazy year.
It's been insane.
One that we'll remember and in some ways would like to forget. But
ready for more.
No, it's been and I was thinking about how the people that we've dealt with, and we've done a lot of shows this year.
Yeah.
How positive they've been, how much drive the industry has had to keep moving forward and find new ways to communicate. People like CIM who have found new avenues and partnering with us. I mean, it's just amazing to see.
Yeah.
So very encouraging, and it's going to be an exciting, you're seeing it in 2022, but it's an exciting way to enter the year. Gowdy, before I go on too much more, we got a guest to bring on, and we got some sponsors to give a shout out to.
And we have, for the last episode, we've got a full line of sponsors. First up, we've got NSS Canada. NSS Canada provides safe, accurate, and innovative survey equipment solutions. As a Leica Geosystems and Hexagon Mining authorized reseller, they specialize in engineering, construction, and mining solutions. You can learn more about their services at nsscanada.com, or you can call them at 705-744-3246. Next up, we also have Holly Frontier Lubricants and Specialties, which includes the Petro-Canada Lubricants brand. Petro-Canada Lubricants products and services are proven to maximize equipment performance, productivity, and overall savings. From heavy-duty engine oils to hydraulic fluids, automatic transmission fluids, and gear oils and greases, Petro-Canada Lubricants is committed to delivering innovative solutions that deliver value and keep businesses moving. They have dedicated technical expertise, knowledge, and know-how to help customers in the mining industry operate smoothly with improved equipment, reliability, and performance. You can learn more at lubricants.petro-canada.com or contact them at 1-866-335-3369 to arrange a call with one of their technical experts. And of course, we also have Savinoy Equipment. Savinoy Equipment supplies new and used mining equipment around the world, from placer to underground to ore processing plants. They have gold concentrating tables, trommels, and mineral jigs in stock now to take advantage of the high gold prices. You can visit them at savinoyequipment.com, where you will find more equipment every day. Next up, we also have Fenner Dunlop. Monitoring the health of your steel cord conveyor belts has never been easier. Powered by Eagle Eye, Fenner Dunlop's Bird's Eye identifies potential belt issues before they have the opportunity to create the need for larger, more time-intensive, and expensive action. Log in from your smartphone, tablet, or computer to access all your steel cord belts from one screen. Your Bird's Eye subscription also includes online remote service and call center support, on-demand web reports, and yearly review of your system performance. You can visit them at FennerDunlopAmericas.com for more information. And of course, we have CIM. The CIM 2022 Convention and Expo is coming back to Vancouver in person in May. The show, you can show off your products and services in mining technology, digitalization, equipment, consulting, and engineering. There are a whole lot of perks waiting for exhibitors, and this expo will sell out fast. If you're a researcher thinking about what mining will look like for future generations, this convention is This convention is the perfect place to present your technical paper or lead a short course. You can visit CIM.org for all the details, book your exhibitor space, and submit your abstracts today. And last but not least, we have Power Zone Equipment. When you need a specialized team of world-class engineers for your oil and gas pipelines, dewatering, or any fluid handling needs, you want to visit powerzone.com. In addition to their inventory of rebuilt pumps, motors, engines, they also have an amazing team to design and engineer your systems, no matter the challenge, no matter the location. Get in the zone with Power Zone. Visit them at powerzone.com.
And you did that all in one take, Gowdy.
I did it.
Damn.
I
Okay.
perfect. To end the year.
To end the year, go over the bang. All right. David, welcome to the show. Again, it's the 2022 episode, but I don't care. This is our last episode of the year, so we're gonna have some fun. And it's good to have you on. Welcome.
Thank you, Jared. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so I was trying to think of how I wanted to start off this interview, and I thought, hey, let's start with the negative and let's go all positive in after that. So let's talk about acid in the mining. Set up the problem that you're solving and the issue that mining faces with acid.
Basically, in a lot of the process areas, you're using sulfuric acids and hydrochloric acids and the like. But the sulfuric acid, the concentrations used basically dissolve the concrete that is put in place in a lot of the areas for solvent extraction, electrowinning, and the like. And what happens is when they do a constant wash down and then the acid and it just puddles and builds up and disintegrates the existing concrete. Through the years, people have coated it, and most of these coatings fail. I mean, it's just we used to do coatings years ago, and we discovered that there's got to be a better way. But with corrosion, I mean, it's the enemy. It's the bane of society as far as industrialization. I mean, corrosion is everywhere. I mean, when you look at concrete, the bridges, the columns, the pillars, the piles, the piers, it's prevalent everywhere, and it's a cancer that just basically usurps the strength of equipment
So
and structures.
yeah, so you come into the mining industry, and we'll talk about the product in a moment here. I think you got a couple samples there on the desk, but when you come in, I'm always fascinated, but I always talk about it at the end of the interviews, and I think that's a little bit of a mistake. So I want to get this out front. When you come into the industry and you're saying, "Hey, we're going to do it differently," so you
Yeah.
come into the mining industry. I saw you were at Mine Expo. How is it received? Are people
Uh,
excited? Are they just need to know more? Is there a little bit
there,
of a sell that needs
there,
to happen?
Yes, there's quite a bit of excitement going on with it, and that we're just now bringing this out into the marketplace. I mean, we've been working with polymer concretes and like for years, but we came up with a definite formula that is a winner in this application. And I don't know if you saw us at Mine Expo, but the group of people there, I mean, they were all abuzz and coming into us. I mean, we had interviews from all different types of people. People from all over the world were excited about this. The fact that, hey, this could resist. It's almost like a cure for cancer. So you can imagine the excitement behind some statement like that.
Right. Is okay, can you break down the product a little bit of what we're talking about, how it's actually put down, what the reach is, all sort of that whole spectrum of things that need to be covered that people are going to wonder about.
Yeah, when you're looking at a specific type of application, like for SXEW plant, we're looking at doing thin epoxy overlays up to an inch thick. So the application is we need a good sound concrete to go on top of. So I mean, if it's new concrete, we could go on top of that. If it's damaged concrete, we could repair that to the point by using our polymer concretes and the arc acid resistant concrete to repair the divots, the holes, the blowouts, and even do if strengthening is needed, we could use carbon fiber rods and different strengthening techniques, even fabric to even using our Carboshield for different applications. What I mean by that is it's a structural strengthening, and then we come in with the top coat and overlay of the acid resistant concrete, and then that way it becomes impermeable. So you're not going to have any damage ever again. I mean, if worst case scenario, if it did get gouged out, somebody came and scooped it all out, you just simply replace it.
Is there a I always feel bad when I have to ask these really sometimes I think they're not very smart questions, but does this product have a flexibility to it, or is this or what makes it so strong?
What makes it so strong is the epoxies itself.
Mm.
Okay, and then if we used carbon fiber, naturally you can have some expansion qualities to it, but it's not like the urethanes where you have 100 to 400% expansion. Our expansions will live exactly with whatever the concrete comes
Okay.
within. So it'll conform to steel, it'll conform to concrete, it'll conform to wood, and that's the way that we engineer it. Luckily, we have two PhDs on staff that could help with just about any type of engineering solution with our products.
How is it laid down? How
The
is it
actual,
applied?
yeah, the actual art in you have to realize that a lot of times you're going into areas that are exposed to acid and operating
Yeah.
as you go along. And what we'll do is clean off a certain area and block that off and quickly go in and batch up some systems. And basically, it's a hand broadcast and, just basically raking it out, brooming it off, and then come back in with another layer.
Right. So it's not poured through like a truck then. It's poured through like
No, we
your own.
could form it. We could form it just think of regular concrete as well. But whenever you batch it like that, you have to work very quickly like that. So if
Yeah.
we're going up a wall or filling in filling in a column area, yeah, I mean just think of it as you could do a stucco type application, you could do a
Right.
forming application, or you could just uh, lay it out on the floor itself.
Right. Right.
So
Um,
epoxy is usually self-leveling whenever you go onto a floor situation.
right. I see. Where are you located?
Tucson, Arizona.
Tucson, Arizona. For
Yeah.
some reason, why I said about snow in the beginning, I thought for some
Well,
reason I
we have snow. We just
oh
had 3 inches up on Mount Lemon. It's about 9,000 foot elevation, about 20 miles from me.
you gotta really go to the for some reason, I don't know why. I thought you were out in like Winnipeg.
No, no, we could play in the snow if we want, but
Okay.
we don't have to work in it.
I don't know. Gary, will you give me bad information in the background? I'm kidding.
Yeah, so Tucson, as you know, is semi-arid, and it's
Yeah, yeah, very nice. Very nice
yeah.
area. I don't know where I made that, how I made that mistake. I wanted to kind of quickly go over to, by the way, I'm kidding. That obviously was not Gary's fault, my error. Um, the, I want to talk a little bit about your team and specifically your CEO because he actually, I mean, he's a CEO, but he's also was very instrumental in developing the product himself. Do I have that right?
Correct. Yeah, Hamid and I had kind of an aha moment coming back from one of the mines, actually one of the processing plants. And it was like, why do we keep coating this? It's just going to fail, So and we'd worked with epoxies through the years, and it's like, why don't we look at something like this? And from there, it just kept developing and growing and growing, and finally, we got to the point where we feel confident with getting this out into the market.
Um, I guess I'd ask you just his approach. I mean, because if you're selling other products into the market and there people are buying it and that it's tempting to not sort of push the envelope and get a new product. It's a big challenge. R&D
Yes.
and testing and it's
Right. And
very
that's where we're very fortunate in that not only do we have a lab at the office, but we have laboratory through the University of Arizona. Hamid is still a professor at the University of Arizona in structural engineering.
oh
So we do use the laboratories at the University of Arizona for a lot of our testing.
I see. So that's where part of I've heard of a lot of companies that are doing that with the universities and the
That's
colleges.
correct.
It's a great way to do it. Was it a pretty long process to actually taking it to
Yes,
market?
yes. It's always longer than you want. You know that, Jared. So, but yeah, it's very long process. In fact, we just did some testing on basically just taking blocks of concrete and throwing them into sulfuric acid solutions.
Mm.
I mean, 98% and plus solutions in, 10, 12 days, 14 days of studies. And, it's coming out, you know, almost like new. I mean, it's discolored a little bit, but it's held the test of time.
Wow.
And
Well, even I saw that you'd done some project. I think we maybe even have a picture we can bring up of doing it at Wrigley Field.
oh,
Yeah, was
Okay.
that yeah, was that what was the requirement for that?
Basically, we were using the carbon fiber and polymer concrete for quick return to service. And, because of our carbon fiber, the mojo involved with that allowed the Cubs to win the World Series.
Oh, that
You
was
know
it.
that.
Oh, of course, yeah, yeah.
But no, actually, what it was basically just for the quick return to service that they needed this. I mean, and what it was just repairing the stadium through the years, all the freeze thaw damage on the concrete. We're talking a stadium from 1912, but basically had uh, rehabilitations in the 20s and expansions and different things. So what we did was we joined the stadia together from cast in place to precast and raker beams and the like. So joining them together. But what was discovered too was a lot of you want to put a traffic coating on top of this concrete. But in order to do that, we had to repair the concrete first.
Mm.
So in order to do that, we used a fast setting polymer concrete and then our carbon fiber to strengthen that. So then we came back in with another coating of kind of a cubby gray, cubby blue, and they had different stadia areas, grandstands, and like along the entire bowl that we repaired.
Yeah, that's, would not everybody gets to work on those projects. Like, I've never got to be it must be kinda neat to be a part of revitalizing history a little bit.
Yes, it is, and that's a lot of what we've done. I mean, even in the past, we did projects for Ghirardelli Chocolate Factory and the likes. I mean, when we looked at carbon fiber through the years, Hamid wrote the seminal paper, the first paper on bringing carbon fiber from the aerospace world into structural applications. He had a patent on seismic retrofits. So his experiences with combating corrosion and structural deficiencies is par none. I mean, he's written over 150 papers on these subjects.
Man. Yeah, there's some people just have special, they just have
Mhm.
special brains. Yeah. I,
Yeah,
uh
yeah, he thinks differently than you and me.
I don't think I've written 100 pages, let alone
No,
100
no,
papers.
I don't think I've read 100 papers. But anyway, but yeah,
Um,
that's his background. Is that being a professor at the university too, is all the state agencies and different people would come to him or different contractors saying, "Here's the issues.
mhm.
What can we do?" I mean, severe issues. It's not like a lot of times private industry could fix it themselves. Sometimes they needed academia to get involved.
Right, yeah. I was gonna ask, that now I noticed that there is there's you mentioned Carboshield. So how is that a separate company? Do they
Yes,
work hand in hand on projects a lot, or how does the setup
yeah,
there?
Carvel Shield itself, where we would use that is for columns and piles, and like it's a separate company, yes, in that it's a pre-manufactured carbon fiber shell, our fiberglass shell, that we basically it's a clamshell arrangement. We put it around the columns, so to speak, and
Mhm.
we come in with another clamshell on this side. So now it's perfectly fit. Now we can pour our polymer concretes, our acid resistant
Oh, I
concretes, and
see.
like behind that spacing. And now you've confined everything and made it much stronger and acid resistant,
Wow.
corrosion resistant, seismic forces. A lot of times we design for that. So
So
it's,
on this, you must have to have, I mean, obviously there's a certain investment into this type of application. So
mhm.
you must have to, like, you have to identify that there's a lot of acid um exposure to make this type of investment. Is that right? So
Well,
are
yeah,
you
and
yeah.
just think about remember all the issues with acid rain through the years,
Yeah.
pollution. I mean, that's caused all kinds of problems with buildings and faces and facades of buildings and the like. So, there are a lot of repairs that need to be done in this world. What happens too with a lot of the chlorides penetrating concrete? You look at something as simple as a port. are buildings 5 miles inland from the sea. You get that salt drip coming all that way, and it's penetrating into the concrete and thereby getting to the steel that is the bones of that concrete.
Right.
And then it starts to bloom, disintegrate, and now you have cracks in the concrete.
Yeah.
And it just keeps getting worse. Chink in the armor.
Yeah, what about the reach? Like, where are you servicing the US and Canada? Is there
Well,
opportunity? Are you training people globally? What is sort of
and
the
we've had a lot of interest in global application just for
yeah,
mining alone
yeah, I would think.
and ports. So, we're developing that through our marketing efforts and, just things like the mining show. A lot of people came up to me saying, hey, we'd like to be your representative for South America or
Right.
Peru or Canada. And so, Turkey, I mean, from all over the place. So any
Yeah, it's a
place mining is performed,
pretty
they were
universal
there.
problem. Yeah.
And this doesn't lend itself only to mining. I mean, you look at all the different processes out there, chlorine manufacturers. I mean, it just the market is tremendous.
Quick question, David, on the coating. Do you need once this is laid, is then do you now put a coating, or I guess put a you need to, or can you? Two different questions.
Yeah, there's absolutely no need for a coating on this. I mean, it's plus the fact that it could be skid resistant. I mean, abrasion resistant. So there's different issues that are very helpful in that as far as life and longevity of this material. With coatings, I mean, 3 to 5 years, you may have to recoat it, but you can't if there's safety lines and things like that. Sure, you could coat on top of it with that. So
Right. Okay.
that's not an issue.
Okay, you can, but you don't need to.
Correct, correct.
I wanted to also go back. You mentioned that acid test that you'd actually done. Was that a pretty vigorous test to, that
Yes, yes. It was done through the University of Arizona and our own laboratory too. And just basically, you stick a hunk of concrete into the acid itself and let it sit, mm, at ambient room temperature and see how long it lasts or how much water it takes on or doesn't take on or how much
yeah.
acid it takes on. So it's very, very lengthy test and it came out very well. I mean, you may have seen a little coloration from the acid itself, and that was about it.
Have you had, now that you've got a chance to be on the market, have you got that sort of feedback from clients and people that
Right,
use the
right. One of
product
the
and
one of the clients I can remember say, all types of people came in making all types of claims with their coatings and the like, and nothing seemed to work. And I mean, we've got one client we've done about 100,000 square feet for them. And
wow.
I can remember one of the guys said, "Well, I've seen people come in here and it just, after a couple of weeks, it's just mush." And it's like, okay, and ours held up. So you know, they'll give me testimonials, but basically, we have to call them and set up the testimonial with them.
Yeah.
Their legal department doesn't allow them to just give out a marketing statement.
Yeah, it's the fun of the mining industry, all the NDAs and all that sort of stuff. So we have
Sure, sure, sure.
to do this show. I mean, we've had definitely to dance. Sorry.
Yeah, there's nothing like this out there, Jared. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, no, it's very exciting. And I'm glad you came on the show because it's one of these we do so many different shows, and then this is just, I mean, this is literally the foundation that
Yeah,
people are dying
exactly.
on. It's
I mean,
fantastic.
yeah, it's just concrete, right?
Yeah.
Is-
Um,
until it doesn't work, then they need help.
That's the thing, and that's with this with a platform like ours, you get a chance to some of these unsung hero products that are
Correct.
in the industry that, you might see them at a trade show. Those are a good spot to find them, but they're not even things that people search out a lot of the times and that
Right.
unless you very specifically need it. So it's neat for me to be able to have a company like yours on, see the background, that your CEO has, the experience you bring and
Right.
sharing your knowledge. Yeah. So So thanks for coming on the show. We do appreciate it, and hopefully we'll get to work together again soon.
Yeah, I do appreciate that. Thank you, Jared and Gaudi.
Gowdy,
Yes, I'm back.
do you have any acid corrosion issues that we
Of
can?
course, with all that salt you throw on your
We
stairs.
live in a
Right?
city of it.
Yeah.
um, Gowdy, where can people like, follow, subscribe, share, comment, or suggest how we can do better?
Yes, because the new year is coming and we want to be better, right? Is that our New Year's resolution?
I haven't decided
I
yet.
don't
I haven't
know.
decided if I'm really open to criticism heavily yet.
But you ask for it every
I
episode,
know. And now I'm starting to doubt it as it's starting to
but
come
blocks
in.
all
I'm
the
like,
comments.
yeah.
Definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel as we have so many more episodes coming on there. Like, share, of course, comment, and suggest guests because
Yeah.
we definitely love it when whether it's you've been on the show and would like to recommend someone else, or you've seen the show and know someone that should be on the show, please do so. Contact us, info@crownsman.com.
Thank you very much, Gowdy.
Yeah.
Thank you for a great year of shows. It has been, I will speak for myself, not for you. It has been a lot of fun.
It
We
definitely
have,
has, yeah.
yeah, we have covered more information this year than I've ever covered in my life. I will say that.
I have learned many. We should have like a quiz
No,
of all the things that we
no.
have learned.
We should probably get Hamid, their CEO, to get the information and do the quiz for us. 'Cause I feel like he would help get us a good grade. Okay, thank you, Ark. Thank you everybody for watching. We really love doing these shows. A big, huge shout out to CIM for the support you have given Mining Now. We just love working with you and your team,
Absolutely.
and we will see you on the next episode of Mining Now.